So I walk up to my car earlier on today, and I noticed there's something underneath my driver's side wiper, and something that's lodged into there, and I was like, what's going on here? This was not parked in my car place, but parked on our road, and it was these little cards saying, can you park? Parking requires brains. Apparently you've got yours. You parked like beep. And I was like, what? I know it was a bit tight, but my front parking sensors weren't beeping, and neither were my rear ones. So I couldn't have been that close, but apparently I can't park. So yeah, one was like shoved into there, like that, and I was like, what's going on? And then one was underneath my wiper like that. Apparently I can't park. Well, I was a sensible parker and a sensible driver, but maybe I'm not. So we've got a viewing on the 2015 Seat Ibiza, which you've already seen in the previous videos. The customer should be down in about 5 minutes or so. So I've just given it a quick wipe over with some waterless wash and wax. And it's just the tyres and stuff. It's looking really nice. So this customer is the person who I've mentioned in my previous video who just turned up here and walked around the car, I guess, had a look from the outside, and I rang me, but I missed the call, and by the time I called them back, he was like, he'll call me back in a couple of days time, or it was in a week's time he said he'll call me back, but he's called me back sooner. He's called me back in a couple of days after. So he seems genuinely interested. It's from Bedford, which is about 40 odd minutes drive away from us. So yeah, we've got 5 minutes till he's hopefully here on time, and we'll see if we can get this one sold. So we just had the viewing on the Seat Ibiza. Father and son come down. They really liked it. A bit embarrassing though. I obviously give it a quick wipe over, did a tyre shine, but normally I move the cars back and forth to make sure the calipers and the brakes aren't stuck on. But I didn't get a chance with this one, and unfortunately they were stuck on. And then I was driving up and down the road here, and the rear ones were stuck on, and they were just locked. You can probably see here from the scrapes of the tyre where the brakes were locked on, and it was really embarrassing. It's not something that I would normally do, to be fair, and I thought it's not giving them a good first impression, but they seem to be really happy with the car. So the son's going to go back and check it out, like insurance prices and all that kind of stuff, and then going to let me know over the next couple of days. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we get that one sold. In one of my previous videos, I mentioned about having a warranty claim on a Vauxhall Viva that I sold a couple of months ago, or just over 3 months ago now, because the warranty expired. The claim came in just within the warranty expiring, which I gave the standard 3 months warranty, and so it come down to a rusty or corroded condenser. I've got pictures of the condenser. I'll try and add it into the video now. So so the customer rang me and said, like, the air conditioner's not working. Talked to her local garage, and then the garage said it was down to the condenser being really corroded, and that would have happened prior to when the customer bought the car. So, and it's like, how do I prove that it happened after? So I couldn't really prove that, and then especially with the consumer rights and all that kind of stuff, and doing the right thing for the customer, we went ahead with the repairs. Luckily, shout out to AutoGuard and Yusuf, my account manager from AutoGuard. Although, because it was corroded, they wouldn't have usually covered anything towards the cost of the repairs. But because I've sold over 60 cars now, that was my 4th warranty claim. There was some goodwill there. So thankfully they agreed to pay their maximum allowance towards a air conditioning repair, which is £250, which is inclusive of VAT. So now I paid the remaining balance for the repair of the condenser, or replacement of the condenser. So I had to pay, it came to 552 in the end, so I paid 302 for the repairs. So then the customer, she agreed to pay for the regassing of the condenser. And it's really weird because it was a new gas, so I know new gas is more expensive than the old gas, but they charged over £100, like 110 or £15 to regas the AC system, which I thought was a bit expensive, but you have to do it there and then when you've fitted in the condenser, so they've got you locked in there, I guess. But that's all done now. That's all been paid and sorted. So shout out to AutoGuard and Yusuf for the goodwill that they showed me towards that warranty claim. We got there in the end and sorted it. Those three parties coming together to pay for the repairs, but we got there in the end and it's all sorted. It just goes to show, like, you think you sold a car, you have to wait the 6 months, especially with the Consumer Rights Act and all that stuff. So you have to wait for the 6 months before you know if you made a profit on the car, or or how much profit you made on the car. Because I've had to pay out £302 on that one. Before warranty claims over 60 odd cars is not too bad. I'm really happy with that, to be fair. So it's a lovely sunny afternoon. Had a message back from the customers who came and viewed the CR Ibiza. Unfortunately, they're not going ahead with the purchase. So I'm not sure if it's to do with the insurance, because the dad said the son will have to go back and check on insurance and stuff. I don't know if that come back too high, or if it's because the brakes were locked when they come to view and that put them off. I'm not sure, but fortunately no sale on that one. So I think the ad on that one has expired on Auto Trader, so I'll have to put that back up for sale. The Astra, you would have seen in my latest video, you would have seen a video about that one. I've got a viewing on the Nissan Note. The customer should be here in about 10 minutes or so. So I've given a quick wipe over, put the tyre shine on the car, and it's looking really presentable. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get another sale on that one. And the Nissan Juke that was part of there, that has sold on the very first viewing, which is great news. Sold for the full asking price. Customer viewed it, really liked the car. Said no, it's priced really reasonably well, competitively. I'm not going to haggle on the price with you on the car. And the car's genuine and it drives really nice, so he was really happy. So we got a sale on that one, nice, easy, quick sale on that. That was listed on Auto Trader for like 4 days, so that was a nice one, a nice turnaround. Got another 5-star review on Google for that one. So the customer is a really nice guy, came down from Bedford. He had a 2008 Nissan Qashqai, had about 180,000 miles on the clock, and that was slowly dying on him, and then it completely died on him. So he scrapped that in and he was looking for a car. He said he went and viewed or looked into a few private sale cars and did his checks. It was never on the listings, never stated that they were like Cat S's, they were category cars, and only when he come to do their checks that he found out they were category cars. As a private seller, I was telling him, by the letter of the law, you don't have to disclose it if it's a category car or not. But as a trader, we have to. So yeah, he really liked the car, full asking price, and that was another sale, which is good news. I've also got the Grand Vitara back from my mechanic, so we're doing a service on the car. We're doing the front. I don't know if you can see that because of the light, but we're doing the front disc and pads, which are advisories or failures, I can't remember now, and then the pads on the back as well. So that one is good to go for his retest and MOT. Fortunately, he's gone past the 10 working days for the retest, so I might have to pay for a full MOT again now, full fee for an MOT. So I'll take it down to my MOT station and see what they say on that. But check this out, guys. So on the front tyres, check out the dates on the tyres. So we've got, if I can find it, I don't know if you can see that because the light's killing me here, but I don't know if you can see that there. 12/16. So these tyres were made back in 2016. Tread's really good on them, but they are showing, the light's killing me here, sunlight, but there's, I don't know if you can see that, there's quite a bit of cracking, and that's for the front tyres. On the rear tyres, I can't even see, don't know what dates, I can't see any clear dates on these. Don't know if it's a combination of numbers here. Don't know if you can pick that up on the camera. But these tyres as well are cracking in between the tread and stuff. Let's see if you can see that. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. But yeah, let me know what you guys would do. The tyres didn't come up as advisories or failures on the MOT, but looking at the state of them and the age of them, I think for my peace of mind, I'll have to get them done. So I think I'm swaying towards getting them done. But let me know in the comments down below, traders out there, what would you guys do? And surely, I don't know, do customers check the dates on tyres? If a customer viewed the car and then checked the dates on the tyres and then it shows that it's 2016 at the front, I'll be like, no, what are you doing? How come these tyres never been changed? But the treads are good, but they're cracking. So I think for my peace of mind and for no comebacks and all that kind of stuff, and just so I don't want to sell a car and then the customer notices that and then puts them off the car. I think for that peace of mind and the ease in terms of when someone comes to view it, I think I'll get them done. So here's Eric in his automatic Fiat Panda, come all the way from Bristol to driving off now. All the best. Hey, all the best. Thank you very much, Eric. It's been good to meet you. Yeah. And then we'll sort out delivery tonight, yeah? Okay. I'll message you once it's gone. Okay. All right, no problem. All the best. Thank you very much. All the best. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye. Come all the way from Bristol in his automatic Fiat Panda to come and view our Nissan Note, and we have another sale, guys. So very first viewing of the Nissan Note, he was really happy with the car. Spent a good amount of time going around it, as you would. He was happy with everything, took up a good long test drive, sorted out all the paperwork, and we've also arranged a delivery. So I'll be using my recovery guy Thomas from ERS Transport. He'll be coming down later on, doing it actually today, the day of the sale. It's coming down this evening to pick this up around 7-ish. I was going to drop it off to Eric about 10, half 10. And we were double checking with Eric if he's all right to take the car at that kind of time, and he was happy with it. So yeah, we're going to get this one gone today, which is good news. I'm really happy with that. I knew this would sell. It's such a nice example. Spent a good amount of time on it, but I think one thing is Eric mentioned about the walk around video that I do in the cars. He said that really helped him make a decision in coming and viewing the car. It takes a bit of time doing a walk around video. I'm getting a hang of it now, because I do a video and then I talk over it, and then sometimes when you listen back to yourself, it sounds a bit cringeworthy, but it's definitely worth doing. Any little scuffs and marks on the cars, I mention all of that. Talk about how many previous owners, service history. Go through all of the interior, every seat, we cover every panel of the car. Definitely worth doing. It gives the customer a really good idea of the condition of the car before they come and view it. And it saves them a lot of questions when they come to view it, because they got all that information up front. So I'm really happy with that one, which is good news, and happy for another sale. And whilst I was with Eric, he was sorting out his bank transfer and stuff. Had a call on a Santa Fe. So this is up for 4,695, which I think is well priced, to be fair. I saw one a week previous to when I put this up for sale for 4,800, and that's not on Auto Trader anymore. So I'm guessing that one has sold. And then someone rang me saying, oh mate, I'm not going to say from what country or where he's going in Europe, but he's saying I need to travel to Europe and all that kind of stuff. I can't trailer it over there. It's going to cost me like £1,500 or whatever to trailer it over. And I want to take it to Europe and all that kind of stuff. I've got four grand cash. I don't need an invoice or anything like that. Would you accept that, and I'll come and collect it tomorrow? And I was like, you haven't even seen the car. I was thinking in my head, actually, I didn't say that to him. I was like, you haven't seen the car, and you're expecting me to just drop £700 off the price of the car when I know it's a good car, and I know sooner or later it's going to sell. He goes, yeah, and I said to him I saw another one similar to this, similar age and mileage, and that sold for 4,800. So I'll price this one well. So there's no reason for me to drop the price of the car. And he was like, yeah, I understand, but I've only got 4 grand, so that's as much as I can offer you. I was like, sorry mate, but what can I do? I can't help you if you haven't got the funds to buy the car. Maybe you should look for a car in that price range, someone that's actually listed up for 4 grand. But yeah, so I just thought I'd mention that one, bit of a funny story there. But we crack on, guys. It's good news. We are finally selling some cars again. There we have Thomas on ERS Recovery. Just got the Nissan Note on the back of his recovery truck and is heading over to Bristol to drop off the car to our lovely customer. So the Suzuki Vitara has been re-MOT'd, so I can go and pick that up from the MOT station. And then what I'll do, I'll drop this one off to them. So this is the Vauxhall Astra, which you would have seen in my previous video. Be interested to see what happens with this one, if it passes or fails. I've got a feeling it's going to fail, but we'll wait and see. Typically I just started up the car, and we've got an engine management light up on the car, and we've got a warning light for the bulbs on the rear, for the rear registration plate. So I know this car's going to fail, but we need to get it through the MOT to see what we're dealing with. And now that service stability track error has come up on the car, which I think is linked to the engine management light coming up on the car. So it's only come up, that area's only come up on me once previously, and I've driven the car a couple of times now. And then typically on the day of the MOT, or hopefully they will get the MOT done today, that warning lights come back on. So we'll have to wait and see what we're dealing with and the failure list. But keep tuned, guys, and we'll see. So I've just got the Vitara back from the MOT station, and we now have an advisory free clean MOT, which is fantastic and good news. So this one needs to now go down to the body shop. So I'm going to take it to my body shop guy tomorrow, hopefully, see what he suggests to do there. While I was at the MOT station, actually, the MOT guy said he had 2 customers who were interested in this car. And I was like, oh, that's really good news. So hopefully, once this is up for sale, it won't be around for long. And I said to him, well, I need to get this repaired. And he was just like, sell it as it is. So I might do. I don't know, touch that up, try and push this back in and sell it as is. But you know what I'm like, I'd rather get that done professionally and properly and then put it up for sale. And also I noticed on the bonnet here, there's some lacquer peel there. So I'd like to get that repaired as well. So I'll see what the body shop guy says. But yeah, being automatic and stuff like that, hopefully it goes and it's a quick seller. But it's a 2.2 petrol and it's a high road tax. So I'm sure there'll be someone out there for the car. Also, I took the car down to my tyre place where I get my tyres done and changed and stuff. And just for a second opinion about these tyres, because we know front ones, at least we know they're 2016, and then they were telling me, look, no, it's not coming up on the MOT, so technically they're fine. And by the letter of the law, if you've got a clean MOT on the car, the tyres are fine if they've been passed on the MOT. And they were saying like, no, just sell the car as it is with those tyres, and then if you mention it obviously to the customer and then see what they say. If they want some money off towards getting the tyres changed, you can take some money off for that. But yeah, so I might do that actually, just leave them on there for the time being. I mentioned it to the prospective buyers that they're old tyres on there, but they're past MOT and they're fine. And then yeah, we'll see what they say. If they want some money off to get those changed, or I can get them changed for them, we'll cross that hurdle when we come to it. So yeah, it's good news. What a clean MOT on the car now. So I'm just back with the Astra, and as expected, we've got a big fat fail. So let's have a look through what it failed on. So dangerous defects: tyre near side front and cords exposed on the offside front. So we have to get the front tyres changed, and that suggests that the tracking's out, so we'll have to get the tracking done. Major defects: we've got engine management light, which came on the as I started the car up on the way to the MOT station, but we knew there was an issue we need to look into anyway. Fuel cap seal, which we need to get that sorted. And then stability track and the traction control warning light was on, so we need to get that done. Minor defects: rear registration plate bulbs, we will get that sorted. Advisories: we have suspension arm off side front, oil leak from the engine but not excessive, and then tyre slightly damaged and perished on the near side and offside rear. So we'll get those 2 tyres done as well. So you're going to have tyres all around. And then I've got the service kit here. So we've got a service kit there. So I've got the oil, air filter, oil filter, got a water pump because we're going to do the timing belt and a dry belt at the same time, because it's not had a service in the book since 2018 and we've got no evidence of the timing belt being changed, so we're going to get that done. And then there's my suspension arm as well, so we'll all get all that done. My mechanic's going to be busy with this one because he needs to sort out the coolant leak as well. We've got a coolant leak. Obviously that's not going to come up in the well, I topped it up before the MOT, so it's not going to come up in the MOT, but we need to get that sorted. And then the driver's side heating is not working as well, so I have to get heat seat's not working, so I'll have to get that sorted as well. So even though I got this for £100, it's going to cost me quite a bit of money to get this all right, ready for retail. So we'll be interested to see the total repair bill costs on the car. But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. So I'm just back with the Seat Ibiza. So I had a test drive on this car yesterday. Customer local to Northampton, and the father looking for a car for his son, and they both used to play at this rugby club. So it was nice for him to come back to the rugby club, and I brought some memories back for him. So he's looking at this car for his son. He seemed to really like it. Looked around, and obviously we've got the touch up on this rear corner bumper there. You see there. He was like, no, if I buy the car, I'll have to get that done. I was like, there, that's fair enough. Then he was telling me it's going to cost like, I don't know, £500-600 just to do that one corner. I just all the tactic of getting the price down on the car. The car's up for 495, so 4.5, and he was offering me £4,000, and he's like, no, I'll do it cash, this and that, the other. And he owns his own business. So I was like, look, cash doesn't really mean anything to me, because at the end of the day, it's not like I can hide it from the tax man. You'll have to pay your taxes at the end of the day. So if you give me cash, bank transfer, it makes no difference to me. So he didn't initially. He wasn't willing to. Didn't really want to take it for a test drive. He was just really happy with the condition of the car. Looked around it, tested it all out. We need to get the aircon checked because the aircon's not working now. So I don't know if it just needs a top up or there's an issue with the condenser. We need to get the condenser replaced. So I need to go and look into that. But apart from that touch up around the back, he was back corner. He was really happy with the car. So I said, look, mate, why are you here? You might as well take it for a test drive. So we got in the car, and bear in mind, I had a test drive on this car about a week ago now. So bearing in mind, I know it's been sitting around, but we had a test drive on it a week ago, and it drove fine then. Apart from the brakes were a bit sticky. We pull out from the car place here. As soon as you get onto the main road there, we hear this like thumping sound coming from the back, and he's like, no, can you hear that sound? I was like, yeah. And I'm really surprised, mate. Like, I'm not making this up. I've not heard that from this car before, and it's been just sitting around. And he goes, oh no, it sounds like a wheel bearing. And I said to him, it sounds like it's low tyre pressure. I was like, mate, I can go back, I can check the tyre pressure and stuff. And normally I give the car a wipe over, check the tyre pressures and all that stuff before customer comes to view the car. But he literally rang me up, and I didn't have time to. He come down, and I had like 10 minutes, so I didn't get time to like check all of that. Literally, I pulled up into the car park, and he was here like within a minute later, and I was wiping the car while he turned up. So I was like, mate, I'll check the tyre pressures and all that kind of stuff and see if there's a tyre pressure. So we got out, checked all the tyre pressures, they're all fine. So I was like, that's really weird. So I said to him, mate, leave it with me, I'll get the aircon checked out, and I'll get this noise checked out. And I thought it may be just from rust from like the rear wheel hubs or something. So I was like, leave it with me, I'll take it to my mechanic and get him to check it out. And I'll, you never guess what it was. I'll insert a picture into the video here. Oh, you can see it here. So what's happened, oh, I don't know if you can see that. You can see that there. Because it's been so hot, the tyre is actually melted. And now because it's melted, that bit is flat rather than round. And there's a bit of a bulge there. I don't know if you can see that, probably can't see that. A bit of an awkward camera angle. But that's what's causing the noise. Because it's got, yeah, so that's what's causing the noise from the back, and it was coming from the back. So I guess in the heat has melted the tyre, which I've never seen before in my life. So I need to go and get that changed, and then hopefully that'll get rid of that noise. And then top up the aircon, check the condenser's not leaking, and then we'll see if we can get a deal done with the guy. So I've got the rear tyres on the Seat Ibiza changed, and I don't think, actually thinking about it, I don't think it was to do with the heat. I think I've probably done that, and the wear on the tyre was from when I was trying to release the brakes for the previous viewing and the previous customers, and because the brakes were taking a bit of time to release themselves, the tyres were dragging along the floor here, and it was over further down there, and there's loads of stones and stuff, so that's what's probably caused the damage on those tyres. But you live and learn. So that's all done. We've done the aircon as well. So we topped up the aircon last night, and then I took it back today for a pressure check, and we checked the amount, and it was still at the 500 grams. So that's good news. There's no leaking from any of the pipes or the condenser. Customer wants to come and see this tomorrow, so I'll probably take it down to my local car wash. I'm struggling with time at the moment. I'm juggling a few things, but yeah, it just needs a good quick once over. So I just take it to my car wash, get them to do a quick outside. Inside's really nice and clean, and hopefully we can get this one sold. So I think at the beginning of this video I mentioned a Nissan Juke, and we sold it to a really nice customer, but unfortunately he's rejected the car, and this is the main point of this video. So he had it for, in total now, about 14 days. And a couple of days ago, because Nora, I was taking the car to work. When he bought the car, he loved it. Really enjoyed the car. He goes, when I took it home, family would like the car, all that kind of stuff. And he's really chuffed with the car. So the other day, he was going down. He went to work, packed up, all good. On a journey back home, he got an engine management light. So I was like, okay, not a problem. You got the 3 months warranty that I provide. Take it to your local garage and see what they diagnose. So he rang his local garage, and unfortunately he needs a car for work and stuff, and they were busy. So they said, mate, you'll have to wait 2-3 weeks. So then he rang around a few other garages, and they were saying the same kind of thing. They're really booked up and they won't be able to see him or book it in for a couple of weeks, and some of them didn't even want to do the warranty work. Some garages a bit funny like that, don't want to do warranty work. So so I contacted my account manager who looks after my warranties and stuff. I said, oh, Yusuf, do you know any garages that you work with in the Bedford area that my customer can drop the car off to? So he suggested one garage, and the customer contacted them, and again they were saying it'll be end of July and maybe into August time where you can book the car in, and obviously the customer can't wait that long. So I think it was on Tuesday he managed to get hold of a garage that booked him in for on the Thursday. It's Friday now. So he took it in on Thursday morning. They diagnosed the issue, and it comes down to a failed injector. So I've got a diagnostic report in the car. In here, I think it was a injector 4. Let's have a look at the paperwork. Yep, so it was a cylinder 4, injector failed. Recommend all injectors to be reconditioned. Because they were saying to the customer, and I don't know, he's never used this garage before, and I don't know, because it was coming under warranty work, that they wanted to like try and get as much money out of the customer or out of the warranty claim as possible. Who knows? So they were saying, oh, there's no point really replacing one injector. When one goes, they usually start to go, so it's best to do all 4 at the same time. So obviously that's going to come to quite a lot of money, and then it got my customer scared. But also they mentioned that the clutch pedal is really hard, and that it'd be worth, or they put it down as a recommendation that the clutch and flywheel needs to be changed. And I'm like, to me the clutch pedal doesn't seem stiff to me. It seems okay. So I don't know. Again, I don't know if they were doing that just to scare the customer or trying to get some more money out of the claim. So obviously when my customer heard all of that, he got really worried. Called me straight away, and I was like, in terms of the injectors, I can get them done for you, but the clutch seems okay to me. You took it for a very long test drive, and you didn't mention anything about the clutch. And why is the garage mentioning other parts of the car when they come to look at just the injectors and diagnose the issue? But I don't know. You let me know in the comments below what you think about that. So then I said, look, I can get the injectors done, but I'll have to speak to my mechanic, see when he can fit you in and all that kind of stuff, and I'll try and jig it around, try and get it done as soon as possible. But the customer couldn't wait for the car to get repaired and stuff. He needs a car as soon as possible. He's been like getting taxis and all that kind of stuff, so which I can totally understand. So yeah, we had a rejected car, so we just literally brought it back, crawled it back to Northampton, I guess, from Bedford down the dual country roads and stuff. So what happens is when you start the car up, it doesn't sound healthy at all. It's strange because I've had this car for a little while and it never happened to me, but then I'm not driving it every day. So you can see you got the red, hold on, the wipers going off here. You've got the red engine management light on, and you got the yellow one on, as well as the traction control. And I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it doesn't sound too good. And the car is slightly juddering and stuff, so it's not ideal. But the clutch to me seems fine. It's going into gears, all the gears fine. So I think the clutch is fine, to be fair. But obviously I'll get my mechanic to check that. So yeah, I can't future-proof all the cars. You can only fix in terms of warranty claim and stuff what is actually failed, not necessarily what is recommended. So I would have just done, most likely I would have just done the one injector and they had the car fixed, but customer was too worried about that and rejected the car. So, and he did how much miles in the 14 days that he had the car? He did about 413 miles. So he did a fair amount of mileage in that time. But he was saying most of that mileage was down to taking the car back to Northampton and then taking it around the garages and stuff. So I don't know, it's just one of those things. And then within 30 days, you haven't got a leg to stand on. You have to take it on the chin and take the car back. So I did manage to get a bit of a price reduction on the car, because obviously he's done 413 miles on the car. There's additional owner. I don't even have the new V5 on the car yet. He hasn't come through the post, so he said he'll let me know when that comes through and he'll post it back to me. So yeah, it's additional owner, more miles on the car. But don't know, I'll just get this fixed, get the injector done. I know, it's speaking to my warranty guy, and then it's just like, injectors, you can't, it's a funny one, isn't it? Because I don't think from visibly looking at the injectors you can tell if they're going to go or not. Let me know again in the comments down below if that is wrong information. So what do? I just put it on a diagnostic machine. If it says number of injector fours have failed, you just have to fix that one. We have to remember we're dealing with cars over 10 years old. This one's done 91,000 miles on the clock now. Got thousands of components in there, so just one of those things, I guess. But onwards and upwards, never mind. It's just one of the things that you have to deal with, part of the trade. We'll get this one sorted and get it back up for sale. Probably, I don't know, I'll just see what I do. Might price it slightly higher. I'm selling this for cheap, 3695. And the other ones were going for like 4 or over 4 grand on Auto Trader. So yeah, we'll see what we do with this one. I think I might price it the same. Depends how much the injector costs. Some of them are quite cheap, aren't they? And then some of them are like $250 a pot, I think. So we'll see how we get on. But yeah, I'm a bit gutted with that. But yeah, just carry on, don't we? Take it on the chin and move on. Well, it's not the end of the day. At least the engine's not gone. We can get it fixed. I was worried when he's driving it back to Bedford if, I don't know, if driving it with a faulty injector, if it's going to cause more engine problems. But he managed to get it back here. Luckily, it was down on dual carriageway rather than motorway driving. So yeah, so it wasn't doing too high speeds. So what we'll do now then? So yeah, we'll crack on with this one. Hope you liked this video. Sorry I haven't been very consistent with my uploading of videos and stuff. Been juggling the car business, the house renovations, plus I've been doing a bit of consultancy for my previous company. So it's been a bit of a manic couple of weeks. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm almost now to 900 subscribers. Trying to get close to that, trying to hit that 1,000 subscribers. And then that's where we'll do a giveaway. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Don't cost you a penny. Hope you enjoyed the video. Use the vehicle score link down below if you're looking to buy a car. Make sure it's all HPI check and all that kind of stuff. There's no nasty hidden history behind the cars that you're looking to buy. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.